from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening. This is the news telecast of the prestigious channel of Sri Lanka. I'm Win Hetiarachi.
And I'm Kasani Balachandra Adhikari. We start off with a look at your headlines for tonight.
The President says that every step will be taken to provide justice to the victims of the Easter Sunday attacks. The National Accident Prevention Week commences. A Clean Sri Lanka Day to be held jointly by schools, Pirivenas and National Colleges of Education. Luxury train service between Colombo and Kankasanture daily from today. 2 students drowned while bathing in Umaoya. Daughter of the doctor at Sri Jayawardhanapura Hospital also remanded. Today is the World Chocolate Day. Death toll in Texas flood crosses 80, 41 missing.
We move on to those and other stories in detail now. In your top local story tonight, President Andrew Kumar Dissanayake says that every step will be taken to provide justice to the victims of the Easter Sunday attacks. The President made this observation at a function held today on the occasion of 50 years of Ministry of Archbishop, His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjith. The function was held under the patronage of President Andrew Kumar Dissanayake and Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya at the Archbishop House in Colombo. President Andrew Kumar Dissanayake said that especially regarding the desire to deliver justice to the victims of the Easter attacks, he declared in front of Cardinal Malcolm Ranjith Fernando that at that time he was determined to not let the matter get stuck in delays, but to take every possible effort to ensure justice. He acknowledged that this was a challenging issue and that the government might sometimes refer to it to external parties. However, he emphasized that no matter how difficult the internal government investigations were, the government must investigate itself. He said it was truly difficult to be trapped in such a process, but justice must be served. He pointed out that many investigations had been launched concerning external parties in the country. He added that there was also an investigation by the government into itself, and the government faced the challenge of internal conflict and scrutiny. The President stated that this challenge must be overcome. He expressed respect for Cardinal Malcolm's continual efforts for reconciliation, and finally he prayed for the Cardinal's a long life, good health and strength to continue his long spiritual journey.
ධර්මචාරිකාව මානවවාදී වෙනුවෙන් කළ චාරිකාව තවත් ශක්තිමත් ඉදිරියට ගෙන යාමට නිරෝගී සම්පන්න ජීවිත දීර්ඝායු.
The only male child of the family, Albert Malcolm Ranjith, born on the 15th of November 1947, received his ordination from the then Pope Paul VI at the St. Peter's Square in Vatican on the 29th of June in 1975. Marking 50 years of that occasion, a commemorative stamp was issued today during the function organized in this regard. Venerable Nyangoda Vijayasiri Thera and Venerable Omape Sobhita Thera, along with a large number of religious leaders, joined this occasion. Leader of the opposition Sajid Premadas appreciated the religious services of Archbishop His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjith. Leader of the opposition Sajid Premadas said that without any compromise and with strong integrity, he had stood firmly and politically without being swayed by any favours or privileges. He stated that he sincerely believed that, always thinking about the motherland and the troubled people, Cardinal Malcolm Ranjith Fernando had rendered excellent and pure religious service for the progress, development and unity of the country.
In the meantime, Minister of Health and Mass Media Dr. Nalinda Sisa says that a considerable amount of funds annually allocated for health services from the budget has to be sent to treat patients of the accidents. He stated that accidents pose a significant threat to the overall development and economic development and productivity of the country. It has been identified as a major factor of hospital admissions are due to accidents. According to health sources, at least 6 to 8 persons are subjected to accidents in each minute that needs medical treatment. Majority of the accident cases are persons between 15 to 44 years. Majority factor of the fatal accidents among this group are also accidents. Annually, 10,000 to 12,000 individuals are killed by accidents. Considering this big problem, the government has declared a National Accident Prevention Week with effect from the 11th of this month. Minister Dr. Narendra Das said that most of the victims of these accidents belong to the age group between 15 and 48 years. Especially those in our labour forces are affected. Therefore, this is a significant impact. Every 45 minutes, someone loses their life due to such accidents. That means 30 people die each day as a result of accidents. About 75% of the deaths from sudden accidents occur before the patients are admitted to hospital. If there's an intervention at this point, some of the lives could be potentially saved. Since members of the labour force are all victims to the accidents, it has become a major obstacle to the country's productivity. This has had an impact on our economic efficiency. The money should be spent on development, ours being spent on hospital.
The Court of Appeal today ordered to call for hearing on the 9th of this month a petition filed against the conducting of a secret ballot to elect the chairman and the vice chairman of Sitavaka Pradesh Sabha. The petition has been filed by a group of opposition councillors representing the concerned Pradesh Sabha. Additional Solicitor General Sumati Dharmavardhana, appealing on behalf of Western Provincial Council Commissioner and several others who are named as respondents, informed the court that his clients have filed limited objections regarding this case. He also mentioned that the relevant records and audio tapes regarding the election of the chairman and the vice chairman of the Urban Council have been presented to the court along with the objections. President's Counsel Ali Sabri, appearing for the petitioners, requested the court to provide an occasion to present counter objections to these objections. He also told the court that the respondent Provincial Council Commissioner had also conducted a secret ballot for the Bathukama Pradesh Sabha and also told the court that he will present relevant notings to the court. The attorneys at law, appearing on behalf of the group of councillors of National People's Power in the concerned Pradesh Sabha, requested the court to provide an opportunity to file concerned objections of this case. Deputy Minister Attorney at Law Sunil Vatagala said that the Provincial Commissioner has taken a direct and truthful decision and it is a democratic and constitutionally appropriate one made in line with her conscience. The government stands in support of that decision. The Mount Lavinia Magistrates Court ordered today to further remand former Minister Daminda Dissanayake until the 15th of this month. Daminda Dissanayake was taken into custody on the 23rd of May this year regarding the recovery of a gold-plated firearm from the bank of an old female at the Havelock Housing Complex. The Colombo Magistrates Court ordered today to further remand until the 9th of this month a person named Hemali Vijayaratna by Kesavata police said to have issued a death threat against two officials of the Bribery Commission. The suspect is the daughter of consultant Dr. Mahesh Vijayaratna of Sri Javadanapura Hospital, who is at present in custody. The attorneys at law of both the parties today informed the Supreme Court that the fundamental rights petition filed regarding the medical degree of Sir John Kotlawal Defence University can be settled when the case was taken up before a three-member bench, the Supreme Court judges today. The Mahara Magistrates Court today ordered further remanding of former Minister of State Prasanna Ranavira and other suspects until the 14th of July who were alleged regarding the sale of a government land in Kiribathgura by preparing fraudulent deeds. The Colombo Permanent Trial at Bar issued notice to former Minister of Health Kelly Rambakwala and 12 other defendants on the 11th of this month who have been alleged of purchasing substandard antibody vaccines. Now, the government has taken measures to refund the VAT for the tourists who purchase goods at the airport. Accordingly, they are able to get the VAT they paid in purchasing items from the VAT refund counter set up at the airport. At a media briefing held in Colombo today, it was said that this measure has been taken with the aim of further increasing the number of tourist arrivals into Sri Lanka. Well, the chairman of the Gems and Jewellery Authority, Naveen Suryarachi, said that following discussions with the IMF, a tax had been imposed on the gem and jewellery industry starting from January 1st, 2024. He stated that as a result, gem and jewelry exports, which were valued at $360 million in 2023, had significantly dropped by 35% to $277 million in 2024. He added that this was due to the VAT refund mechanism. He also mentioned that within the next 12 months, they expected gem and jewelry sales to tourists to increase from $250 million to $300 million.
මැණික් සහ ස්වර්ණාභරණ අලවිය ඇමරිකානු ඩොලර් මිලියන 250 සිට ඇමරිකානු ඩොලර් මිලියන 300 දක්වා ඉහළ යනු ඇතැයි අපි අපේක්ෂා කළ හැකියි. ශක්තිමත් ස්වර්ණාභරණ
Director National Gems and Jewelry Authority ChannelEye Rupavahini said that the government had now provided the foundation to build a strong jewelry industry. He added that with the implementation of the VAT refund, they believed it would be possible to increase jewelry exports by about tenfold. Deputy Commissioner General Inland Revenue Department Saman Shanta said that the value of goods needed to be more than 50,000 rupees in order to claim the tourist VAT refund scheme. He mentioned that TVRS counters existed in many countries around the world, and this encouraged tourists to visit those countries.
A day of clean Sri Lanka has been declared, connecting all schools, pre-winners and colleges of education island-wide. The 9th of this month has been allocated for this purpose. At a media briefing held today, Deputy Minister of Education Madhura Senagaratne clarified the aims of this move. Deputy Minister of Education Madhura Senagaratne said that a student should be enlightened with ethical values, environmental conservation and other social values to make him a responsible citizen. One of the aims of this move is to awareness of the students on infection diseases such as dengue and chikungunya. Especially schools and higher education institute premises are vulnerable to spread of mosquito larvae. 25% of the dengue and chikungunya patients are children between 5 and 19 years of age. Considering these matters, Clean Sri Lanka program is included for students. On the 9th of this month, the program will be conducted with the support of all relevant authorities.
The veterinary medical team of the veterinary medical faculty of the University of Peradeniya treated Bhatia, the tasker, for the second day today. The team was led by veterinary surgeon Tharindu Vijayakon and a group of others. The veterinary medical team of the Department of Wildlife had requested the veterinary medical faculty of University of Peradeniya to assist in treating the tasker. Accordingly, the medical team, which reached the spot yesterday, commenced treating the jumbo. Steps were taken to relocate the tasker by removing water. The tasker was kept at the same place since the foreleg of the tasker did not support it to move about. Necessary nutrition were provided to the elephant today also, and according to veterinary surgeon Tharindu Vijayakon, antibiotics were also given to the elephant since there were several wounds on it. Veterinary surgeon Professor Ashoka Dangolla of University of Peradeniya and director of the veterinary unit of the Department of Wildlife, Dr. Tharaka Prasad, will monitor the condition of the tasker and will also provide treatment to it. The officials of Mahu Wildlife Office took steps to provide food to the jumbo last night and in the early morning today as well. The assistance of Nikarati Wildlife Veterinary Unit was also availed in treating the tasker.
The conclusion ceremony of Official Languages Week was held today at the Sri Lanka Foundation Institute in Colombo. It was organized by the Ministry of Justice and National Integrity. The Official Language Week launched for the 1st of this month, and prizes and certificates were distributed among winners of the contest. At the school level, candidates who passed the National Languages Evaluation Test conducted by the Official Language Department were awarded these certificates. The ceremony was held under the patronage of Prime Minister Dr. Harnyama Surya with the participation of Minister of National Integrity Harshana Nanayakkara, Deputy Minister Mohammed Murari and many others. Prime Minister Dr. Harnyama Surya said that policies regarding the languages in the country should be implemented in a way that enables all citizens to access essential services in their own mother tongue. She stated that this is the first stance of her government. She added that the cabinet has recently approved the recognition of sign language, and steps must be now taken to incorporate sign language into their public discourse and communication systems. She pointed out that during the public event there is an often an over-reliance and dominance of the spoken language, and as a result people tend to forget how the individuals who do not speak those languages cannot fully participate. She further mentioned that the new education reform starting in 2026 would include teaching the method designed to help children better understand the importance of all languages spoken in the country.
The Department of Immigration and Emigration has taken a number of more active measures to ease the delays in issuing passports. Our Rupavahini news team inquired the relevant authorities regarding these measures today. The Department of Immigration and Emigration in Baramulla is a very busy entity. The team of employees in the department is briskly doing their service for the comfort of the people. Accordingly, the amount of counters, that token issuing counters and the counters accepting applications have been increased to provide efficient service. Thereby, the department has been able to increase the number of accepting applications per hour. Media spokesman of the department, Mahesh Karanadas, said that applicants should submit a valid identity card, birth certificate, any previous passport, a correctly taken photograph and a properly completed application form. He added that if these are done correctly, applicants could receive their passport quickly through the same-day service, avoiding any unnecessary delays. He clarified that the previous polling and queuing system was no longer valid. Token issuance now begins at 6 a.m. They stated, and that anyone arriving before 2 p.m. at the office could get their passport within that same day. The official emphasized that there was no longer requirement to wait overnight or show up before dawn. Although a proper system has been arranged at the department for the comfort of the people, customers who arrive at the department to get passports should bring their valid identity card, birth certificate, correctly obtained photographs, the previous passport if there's any, and the duly filled application form.
A daily luxury train service was started between Colombo and Kankasanture today. Earlier, this service only functioned on weekends. Although this service existed in the past due to the COVID pandemic and renovations of the railway track, it was stopped several years ago. Later, it was only limited to weekends. Colombo Kankasanture luxury train starts its journey at 5:45 a.m. daily from today. Railway General Manager Dominica Jayasuriya says that same train comes back to Colombo from Kankasanture at 1:30 p.m. due to this nervous service. The timetable of Northern Line has also been changed. Accordingly, Yali Devi train, which leaves Colombo Fort to Jaffna at 6:40 a.m. every day. General Manager informed the passengers who reserved seats to early book them according to the new timetable. Railway passengers say that the railway services among the Northern Line have become more comfortable due to this service.
And here's more local news items in brief. Sri Lanka Navy has rescued an Indian fishing vessel that was subjected to a technical failure in the waters located westward Sri Lanka. The Navy has also rescued 4 Indian fishermen in this vessel. The operation was carried out under an information received to the Colombo Coordinating Centre for Marine Search and Rescue. 2 school students who went to bathe in Umaoya have drowned, and it is reported that they're residents from Murugolla and Ratnahill estate in Valimada. The 2 victims had bathed in Umaoya at Galgavat area with another student. When the 2 students jumped into the water, they have drowned, and all the villagers in the area have taken them to the Valimada Base Hospital. It is reported that the 2 students had been dead at the time of admission. The main suspect and several other suspects of the Ganimula Sanjeeva killing were brought to the Government Analysis Department in Baramulla today with regard to future investigations. After nearly 2 hours of investigations, they were taken back to the remand prison amidst heavy security. Maintaining passenger transport services of several routes in the Kalathara district under a joint timetable was launched today with the participation of Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa at the Kalathara bus stand. The joint timetable is functioning along the Horana Kalathara, Matagama Kalathara and Nebada Kalathara main routes. The institutional activities of the BCC Lanka Limited were digitalized today under the patronage of Deputy Minister Chaturanga Singha. The aim of this move is to enhance the production and marketing activities of this institution that comes under the Ministry of Industries and Entrepreneurship
Two persons have been taken into custody on the allegations of a large number of crimes committed in the eastern province under the leadership of Srinastharesh Chandrasekharan alias Piliven, who is in custody under detention orders by the Criminal Investigation Department. The suspects have been taken into custody yesterday in Tirukkovil and Sandavali areas. They have been alleged in assassinations, abductions, disappearances, using firearms, maintaining torture houses and taking ransoms. According to the police, there are 12 allegations regarding the assassination of persons. First accused, aged 45 years, has been the leader of an armed camp of the Tirukkovil Karuna Amman's party, who broke away from the LTT in 2004. He has also been an Ampara district president of coordinating officer during the years of 2007 and 2008 in a political party represented by Karuna Amman. It has been mentioned that he is also a member of the Eastern Provincial Council from 2012 to 2015. Representing that party. According to the reports of the Lessons Learned and Reconciliation Commission, it has been revealed that he has been named as a person linked with crimes. The second suspect, aged 44 years, has been a follower of the first suspect, and both of them have been committing crimes in the Eastern Province under the leadership of the Srinastharesh Chandrasekharan alias Piliven. Investigations are underway to determine whether they had a direct connection regarding the incident of torching the court in suspects in 2022.
Ambassador of Japan to Sri Lanka, Akio Isumata, recently visited the site of the upcoming Colombo International Airport Hotel project. He was accompanied by Dr. Ruan Pereira, and a delegation from the Little Japan group of investors was spearheading the development. Located near Bandaranaike International Airport, the project aims to introduce a world-class transit hotel experience to Sri Lanka. The planned 153-room, 4-star facility will cater to both overnight transit passengers and long-stay international visitors. Designed to international standards, the hotel will feature high-speed connectivity, dedicated shuttle services and modern meeting facilities, providing comfort and convenience for business travelers and tourists alike. Modelled on successful airport hotel formats globally, the project is positioned to enhance the hospitality infrastructure around the country's main international gateway.
I'm very much impressed with this project, Little Japan. Not only this place is connected physically to the airport, but also in terms of service to passengers. This project is very organically connected to the airport and to the service passengers. I really hope this project will make a good success and will become one of the very strong bridge connecting Japan, Sri Lanka in the future.
As investors, we have seen under the guidance of our president, country is fast moving towards stability. So we have decided to increase our investments another $20 million and add another 100 rooms to this project. So after building 2 premises hotels, we are planning to develop the area under the concept of Little Japan. The Little Japan is a concept that we are building where we connect Japan and Sri Lanka. So we want to strengthen our partnership with Japan and Sri Lanka. So we are showcasing this project as a platform to show our gratitude to the Japanese nation. So we plan to build Japanese schools, help students learn Japanese language, and we are very positive, and we see the country is very positive. Country is very stable. We invite all Japanese investors, especially current investors and future investors. This is the time. This is the opportunity. Come to Sri Lanka and invest.
Well, chocolates are extremely popular among people of all age groups.
The World Chocolate Day is an interesting inception of chocolates as itself. The history of chocolates runs back to the Mayans in Central America, and also the Olmecs people who lived in southern Mexico. Chocolates were described as a bitter but sacred drink. It was also mentioned that chocolates were confined only to the rich. They believed that it had a divine power to cure diseases. Spain joined history as the first country which introduces chocolates for the first time to the world. In addition, Germany, Switzerland, Belgium, Italy and Poland are countries famous for chocolate manufacturing. Finely dried and burnt cocoa seeds are the main ingredient needed in manufacturing chocolates. Tasty chocolates can be manufactured with a mix of solid cocoa, cocoa butter and sugar. White chocolates can be manufactured by mixing pasteurized milk and milk powder. By now, a variety of chocolates, namely dark chocolates, white chocolates, milk chocolates and chocolates without taste, have won accolades in many commercial worlds. The global chocolate market is constantly expanding and improving. It was able to achieve a target of $130.72 billion in 2024, and it is also expected that this target will reach $172 billion by the year 2030. At present, there is a great demand for chocolates in Sri Lanka as well. It has been rated as one of the 4 most savory and tasty foods among a variety of cuisine, irrespective of the age. Consultant nutritionist of the Medical Research Institute in Borala, Dr. Timothy Vikramasekaran, said that dark chocolates often increase serotonin levels in the brain and that this increase helps maintain a long-term happiness. He expressed that milk chocolate and white chocolate mainly increases sugar levels, which in turn boosts dopamine production in the brain. According to him, when consuming chocolate products, details such as sugar content, amount of fat, energy, flavoring agents and carbohydrates are usually indicated in the packaging. He also said that searching for online, one can find out about how those flavoring agents may affect our health. The prestigious public servant Bradman Viron passed away at the age of 94. He has held a number of top administrative posts in his career. He served as the secretary to 7 prime ministers and 3 presidents. He joined civil service in 1954. He was first served as the secretary to Prime Minister Sir John Kothalavala. It is significant that he has held the position of secretary to all prime ministers and presidents elected since then up to 2002. Bradman Viron is a graduate from the Peradeniya University and has had a master's degree on sociology from the Michigan University of the USA.
The Ministry of Digital Economy says that it rejects certain news reports published regarding the procurement of power distribution units for computer and equipment system at Provincial Secretariat officers under the Electronic National Identity Card project. The ministry in a communique states that the project is being implemented with high transparency along with proper standards. The groups which failed due to incomplete basic requirements after bidding state, along with other parties directly and indirectly through various media, that the government has taken steps to obtain high-power electricity connection units. The ministry stresses that such news reports are completely false. The Ministry of Digital Economy also emphasizes in the communique that the news reports to the effect that the government had provided illegal benefits only to certain businesses favorable to it is also rejected. Welcome back, and in your sports news tonight, the third one-day international between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh will be played at Pallekele International Cricket Stadium tomorrow.
The match is crucial for both sides to win the series. Sri Lanka won the toss in the first one-day international by 77 runs, and Bangladesh registered a 16-run victory against Sri Lanka in the second one-day international. Accordingly, both sides are par with 1 match each. Sri Lankan cricketers participated in the match practice today in the afternoon at Pallekele International Cricket Stadium. So far, only 2 matches have been played at Pallekele International Cricket Stadium between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. The Sri Lankan pool for the 3-match T20 international series between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh has been announced. The team led by Charita Sri includes 17 players. All-rounders Dasun Shanaka, Charmika Kararatne and Kusal Janik Pereira will play for Sri Lanka. The first T20 match between the two countries will be played at Palakkala International Cricket Stadium on the 10th of the month, with the second match played at Rangiri Dambulla Stadium on the 13th and the final scheduled to be played at R. Premdas Cricket Stadium on the 16th of the month.
The Sri Lanka A team won the second unofficial one-day cricket match against Australia A team, played in Darwin, and that's by 51 runs. Batting first, Sri Lanka A scored 294 runs for 7 wickets in their 50 overs. Nuanidu Fernando scored 82 runs and Lasith Cruz Pulle 63 runs. Sonal Denusha 34 runs, and in reply Australia A only scored 243 runs all out in 41.1 overs. Matt Ranshaw scored 100.
That's it for tonight's English News. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
Good night.